Hi, this is your host Grace upstairs on Breaking Scandals, and today we're going to be talking about some unexpected and controversial drama that has flooded the media recently.
Martha Stewart, an American woman we all look up to for her business expertise, writing, and television personality, is currently tangled up in a tense legal battle.
There have been some recent allegations of insider trading with the help of her stockbroker, Peter Bavak.
Investigators discovered that Stewart sold 4,000 shares of this pharmaceutical company called ImClone the day before their stock price plummeted.
All seems a little bit sketchy. Maybe Peter Bavak had some access to sensitive information about ImClone and shared it with Martha Stewart. Will this ruin Martha Stewart's good reputation? And will she be found guilty? Prepare to see more as we now look into her messy court trial.
Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, we are here to find Martha Stewart guilty of insider trading. And if you don't know what insider trading is, it's a practice where individuals exploit non-public information to gain an unfair advantage in the stock market. Martha Stewart used privileged information about ImClone Systems, a biopharmaceutical company, and used that information to sell 4,000 shares of it right before the FDA did not approve of their new cancer drug, which was right before their stock market plummeted. It is claimed that she quickly sold her shares, avoiding substantial losses, and she gained around $58.43 a share, or a total of $229,513. Interest in this case is the question of whether or not her actions violated securities laws and ethical standards. As we proceed, we are going to discover the truth and ensure that justice is prevailed.
Martha Stewart, and I am here to plead not guilty. I have been charged with obstruction of justice, conspiracy, and 2 counts of lying to federal agents. I never meant for any of my actions to harm anyone. My stockbroker and I both decided that it would be good if I sold my shares to ImClone in order to make a profit. We had no prior knowledge to anything going on with ImClone. I am ready and prepared to defend both my name and his in this trial.
And why you decided to sell your shares of ImClone Systems right before the stock price plummeted?
Because my trusted stockbroker, Peter Bavak, told me to.
What was your relationship with Sam Waskell, the CEO of ImClone Systems, and how did that influence your decision on selling your share of the stock?
He's a trusted friend of mine since we've been in the business world together, and it was nothing personal. I just did what my stockbroker advised me to do.
You're saying you had no insight into the company's information and you're basing this solely on information being told to you by your broker. Are you sure it isn't for your own benefit?
Yes, I did it only because my stockbroker told me to. Yes, I had a benefit for my company, but no, I didn't have any sensitive information.
Martha Stewart is found guilty on these charges: conspiracy and obstruction of justice, and 2 counts of lying to federal investigators. She will spend 5 months behind bars, 5 months on house arrest, and 2 years on supervised probation.
After her indictment on June 4, 2003, the most serious impact for Stewart was damage to her company's financial performance and corporate image. Her case is unique because she is not only the founder and chief executive of MSO, but she is also the icon of her brand. MSO responded to this indictment by saying, "We are highly dependent upon our founder, chairman, and chief executive officer, Martha Stewart. Martha Stewart's talents, efforts, personality, and leadership have been and continue to be crucial to our success. Our success depends on our brands and their value. Our business would be adversely affected if Martha Stewart's public image or reputation were to be tarnished. Our continued success and the value of our brand name therefore depends to a large degree on the reputation of Martha Stewart."
Not surprisingly, this had an immediate negative impact on the company as a result of the conviction in 2004. The stock plunged 22.6%, losing $3.17 and closing the day at $10.86.
Columns distributed by the New York Times Syndicate were renamed. Ask Martha became Living, while Ask Martha Weddings was simply Weddings. March 8, 2004, the syndicated TV show Martha Stewart Living was taken off the air on 12 local CBS stations owned by Viacom Inc., and a few UPN stations, including those in major media markets such as New York, Chicago, and Los Angeles. It is estimated that they lost nearly half of their viewers from the time of the verdict. Companies started to distance themselves from her image by not using her name on some of their products. She also stepped down from the position of chief executive and chairperson of the board. Employees' trust and confidence in the leadership was compromised, productivity and loyalty suffered as a result. On the courthouse steps after her conviction, Stewart told the press, "Whatever happened to me personally shouldn't have any effects whatsoever on the great company MSO." Martha Stewart went from a celebrity entrepreneur to a defendant caught up in her own lying to federal investigators. Audiences of the Martha Stewart Living television program decreased 50% after her trial due to sponsors and networks withdrawing their support. Net loss in profit in 2003 was $2.7 million as compared to 2002 when there was a profit of $7.2 million. Conviction of Martha Stewart had a resounding and negative fiscal impact on her company, and shareholders certainly suffered. And now here's an interview with Martha Stewart talking about the aftermath of her conviction.
What challenges did you encounter most when reestablishing your reputation and career?
I really needed to focus on how I can show my true colors and how I can really demonstrate how I've changed as a person and how I've experienced things and how I can really show that to people and how I can build my reputation back up slowly but surely.
So Martha, how do you maintain such an active and busy lifestyle, both maybe professionally and personally as well?
Well, I really tend to throw myself into my work. As soon as I got out of jail, I quickly returned to all 3 of my TV shows. I tried to make new friendships and new relationships with Snoop Dogg especially. I've published 43 books. I really just threw myself into my work and gave it my all and hoped for the best.
We appreciate that. So in May of 2023, you told People magazine that you didn't really have any plans to retire. What keeps you motivated to continue your work?
Well, I don't like the idea of slowing down or taking any time off. I really do enjoy my work and what I do for others, as well as my life is it's really about teaching people and learning new things and being able to inspire and experience more things, and I feel I can't do that if I retire.
So what are some of the experiences that you learned from jail?
It was a very humbling experience for sure, but I did learn a lot of skills during that time, and I still use them in my daily life. So I think that it was an experience that I had to learn from.
Well, Martha, thank you so much for joining me in this interview. I really appreciate having you here.
Thank you so much for having me.
Martha's consequences left a serious impact on her company, MSO, and those associated with it. As her trial unfolds, MSO has experienced a significant decline in their financial performance and reputation. Shareholders were impacted the most in this case as they witnessed a significant drop in stock value by 22.6%. Employees of MSO also felt the impacts of this case as their trust in leadership lowered, leading to decreased productivity and loyalty. Regardless of her attempt to distance herself from the company's troubles, the reality is the whole company revolves around her and her image. Ultimately, Martha Stewart's scandal serves as a reminder of the importance of ethical conduct in the corporate world. And that's all for this scandal. Stay tuned for further updates.